Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm a doctor of physical therapy at Resonant Frequency Medicine, and this is a brief reminder to patients who have been trained in the clinic on how to do your home exercise with manual lymphatic drainage. So you have major collecting ducts that you want to work with first at above and below the clavicles, in the armpits, and in the groins. So what you do is just with any amount of gentle pressure, it doesn't have to be too much, 10 circles below the clavicle. So you're just circling 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then above the clavicle, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then in the armpit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on each side. And then in the hip creases or the groins. So in standing, you would just massage 10 circles in the hip crease, one on each side. So that opens the collecting ducts. It gives the lymph a place to flow into. And I tell people in clinic, it's like if your garbage can is too full, you can't add more into it. It's gonna overflow. And so this concept of clearing, taking out the trash, taking out the garbage before you do the next phase of lymphatic work. If all you do is just open your collecting ducts throughout the day a few times, that is going to help support your lymphatic flow. But to do even more benefit for the body, you would do this next step. So we've opened the collecting ducts, and then we start by just gently drawing from the elbow toward the collecting ducts, and 10 sweeps above and below the elbow toward your collecting ducts. After you've done 10 sweeps from elbow to collecting ducts, then you do the entire arm, or from the wrist up toward the elbow, past the elbow, collecting ducts. So again, we would do 10 sweeps from wrist to collecting ducts, above and below, or front and back, all surfaces of the arm. And then you can even work with fingers, especially if you have some inflammation that's like you can feel or you can visualize in the fingers. You can go from the fingertip all the way up, following to your collecting ducts. Go each fingertip, maybe 2 or 3 times with each finger. And that completes the entire arm. You can repeat the same thing on the other side, from elbow to ducts, then from wrist to ducts, then from fingers to ducts. It's the same idea with the lower extremities. So you would start from the knee and pulling toward your groin, top and bottom, side to side, 10 repetitions there. After you've completed your 10 repetitions from the knee to your groin, then you just go from the ankle through the knee to the groin collecting ducts. This is something you could do in the shower. You might have something that you could put your foot on, or you could simply bend over and just draw from your knee or your ankle all the way to your collecting ducts. So you would do that on both sides, and that completes your really beautiful lymphatic drainage practice for the day. You can integrate this lymphatic drainage practice into something you do every day. Many people shower every day, and adding this into your sudsing, soaping routine can be a great way to remember to do it and to incorporate it with something that you do daily. So when you're sudsing the body, you just spend a little extra time along the collecting duct areas, and then you would do some sweeps up toward those ducts. Deep breathing, deep diaphragmatic breathing that goes all the way down into your lower ribs is a helpful technique during lymphatics work, because when you breathe deeply, there's another mechanism, the diaphragmatic pump of the lymphatics, that is at play. So always a great idea to do nice big inhales and then exhale longer and slower and smoother than your inhale was. Like that. Another thing that's great to do for lymphatics is walk or move in some way. So if you're unable to walk, then just doing some movements of the arms and marching in place with the knees, that can also be really beneficial. Ankle pumps if you can't march in place. Ankle pumps is great to do if you aren't able to march in place. And you can do that throughout the day. And then one last thing, especially if we're working on lymphatics for the lower extremities, just elevating your legs higher than your heart. So it's important, if you're going to get the full benefit of leg elevation, you want your heart to be lower than the level of your legs. So I hope this was a helpful reminder of your daily lymphatic protocol. Enjoy.